Hey, hey. Okay, so I am back again. This is AZB, who have maybe never heard or seen me before. I am not in the she shed today, guys. I am hiding somewhere in my house. So, um, this is a channel where I like to talk about mental health issues, and everyday life ties into your mental health, your mental state, how you feel, how you're handling it, what you do about it, right? Um, in my previous video, I quickly brought up the fact that I don't like to get on here when I'm not feeling my best, because when I'm feeling low, depleted, my cup is not full, I cannot pour into another person correctly. Now, whether that be issues with bills, the kids, relationship, whatever the situation is that is making me feel low, I would rather not get on here. Like, I'm just not that person. However, I do want to talk about a situation that had me feeling some type of way this week. So, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I was watching this video, and shout out to my girl Can Can. Okay. However, she brought up something about, she was talking about the false divine feminine. And she was talking about how her child that she butts head with, or but I'm not so sure she butts heads with him, but I think all parents do at some point. However, she brought him up saying that he loves her and respects her at all costs and this and that. And the false divine feminine will be having signs of um, children not being respectful, which got me to thinking, because I have one of my oldest son. Oh my God. Lord, me and my baby. Ooh, my baby. But he works my nerves and I him, right? And I see this disdain that he has for me. And it's heartbreaking on one level, you know. But I had to come to grips with and take accountability for uh, why he feels the way he does. Little smart, slick stuff he says, and this and that, you know. And because I've had children so early, I was 18 when I had my first, I was making a lot of dumbass decisions. Like, you know, I was a child taking on grown up responsibility. So I was making very childish decisions, whether it was my life or our lives or things that I was doing in front of them or the people I was having around them. I was just making a lot of dumbass decisions, right? And I wasn't being a very good role model because I was still a fucking kid, you know? Looking back on things. Now, don't get me wrong, I really always felt like I made the best decision in all situations. especially if you know it was like a fucked up decision versus a super fucked up decision. I would always go with the better decision, which wasn't great, you know what I'm saying? But I could have possibly made a better decision had I been more mature, if that makes sense. And this week was really hard on me because it was really, truly heartbreaking to finally look at it for what it was. Now, he's a Cancer. And it's crazy, but most male Cancers that I have ran into contact with in my life, whether it be family, friends, associates, boyfriend, whatever the situation was, um, all of them seem to have this, they love their mother, but they seem to have this real disdain, sour taste in their mouth about their mothers. And I really feel like God was showing me that because that was something that I was going to have to deal with down the line. And I really like sitting in the acceptance of that right now. Like the heartbreak part is still there. I still feel, I do. Like I'm not going to go all, because I don't do that on camera, okay? But the acceptance of how I got here, why I got here, I can't change the past, but you have to look at something for exactly what it is to be able to change something moving forward. Now, I may never be able to change his view or his perception of me. And at this point, that's not for me, I don't believe, to work for, because I have changed. I'm a different person today. So, and I have bucked and I have done a lot of things, even as far as like overly compensating for my mishaps. But none of those things, once you get to a point where now the rest of my children, you know, they say, "Oh, Mama, I see your growth. I see you're different. This and that." We have really deep conversations in this house. But this particular child is still holding on to anger, and I can't be mad at him because I have to sit in the acceptance of who I am and what I presented to this child. And I have to remember myself as a child. The things that happened to, in front of, and around me shaped who I am and my perception of life today. So it is definitely time for me to just allow him and the divine to figure this out. Like, of course, I want to keep feeding into my child properly. But there were a lot of things, including, and I'm not just saying that everything that I did was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say that now, in every part of your life, excuse me, I don't have my glasses on, but in every part of life when dealing with children, you have to start weaning them off of certain little things. And it could be weaning them from the bottle, from the pacifier, off of diapers, onto the pot. You know what I'm saying? Off of the pot onto the toilet. And, you know, there's a transformation at each level of life. And there were certain things that I didn't wean them from, which have made them spoiled in their adult years because I didn't take certain privileges away. You can't just walk into my room, you know what I'm saying, without knocking, or, you know, just little small things that I just really didn't think was gonna blow up in my face so big. And it only takes a quick minute because from one age to another, it's like a small window in which they're like still a kid and still can get away with certain things that they're doing. And then you, in a blink of an eye, they're too big for you to keep handling them in a certain way, which is turning them into a spoiled adult or have narcissistic tendencies, or, you know, it could be good or bad. It doesn't matter. But be very careful moving forward. And I'm really talking to me, okay? And I'm hoping that this helps someone else. Be very careful what you display to your children, how you talk to your children, what you are feeding them, because you could be feeding them some bullshit. And it could be what the best thing for the moment. Like, in hindsight, it was it was it was the best thing to do. But in hindsight, it was so fucked up. Or I should have taken that away. Or I should have stopped them from, you know, whatever. Like, you fill in the blanks here, okay? Like, this video could be like 1,000 years long if I want to talk about all of the mistakes I made, you know, on a deep end, whether it be personality things that I was doing or what, like, God, even when it comes to potty training, like, I fucked up some of those. I got better as time went on, but I could tell you, you know, like, the pros and cons of that shit. Like, there's so many things that you can do to fuck a kid up. So be careful. Please, please be careful. We do not need any more damaged adults. Like the buck needs to stop here with us, okay? You guys have a good day and make better choices. I'm sure I'll be back again today because I just really have a lot to say today. See you guys later.